things that we know have taken place.
But even as the fighting continues in Syria, there are now hopes that progress can be made towards some kind of diplomatic solution. The U.S. and Russia want to bring Syria's government and the opposition to the negotiating table.
We agreed on the necessity to try as quickly as possible, even by the end of the month, to jointly call for an international conference that will be a follow-up to the Geneva conference that took place in June last year.
The U.S. and Moscow say they are looking to find a political solution for Syria, but it remains far from clear what that solution could look like.
Neighbors living on Seymour Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio are asking themselves how they could not notice what was going on in a house where 3 women kidnapped for years were held. The owner of the house and 2 of his brothers are under arrest and awaiting charges. The 3 women have been released from hospital and had been reunited with their families. CNN's Martin Savage is in Cleveland, Ohio and has the very latest.
Investigators scour the home on Seymour Avenue, searching for evidence in this house of horrors. Throughout the day and late into the night, FBI agents meticulously search, removing the front door, searching the crawl space, carting away a red pickup and a Jeep. At one point, bringing in a cadaver dog. It's not known what, if anything, the dog found. The FBI taking the lead in the search.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. This investigation will take a very long time.
The 3 suspects, 52-year-old Ariel Castro, his brothers Pedro and O'Neill, behind bars. They'll face more interrogation today. Authorities have 48 hours to file charges, and that window closes later tonight. In the neighborhood, residents are still celebrating, the jubilance tempered with shock and disbelief.
Unreal. And I know who lived there, and they panned the camera to his house. It's like I turned white. My wife told me, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I was like, I was dumbfounded.
Away from the cameras, Amanda Berry, Gina DeJesus, and Michelle Knight, the 3 women who endured a decade of captivity, trying to piece their shattered lives back together.
This is a miracle, a very, very large miracle, and we're all excited.
And in Tennessee, Amanda Berry's grandmother got a very important phone call from the granddaughter she hasn't seen in years.
Hello?
Amanda.
Yeah, Grandma?
Yeah, are you?
A giant step in trying to close the door on this house of horrors.
Well, time now to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at sports. Stay tuned.
These are moments you wouldn't want to miss. Is it love, lust, obsession, or infatuation? You want to find out? I'll provide you with all the answers and solutions to your problems on The Love Zone.
Welcome back to the news. Time now to join Fatou Jasseh for a look at sports.
Thank you, Fatou Kamara. He is the man most successful team manager in the history of British football. Alex Ferguson transformed Manchester United, leading the club to a great many victories. He has now announced he is going to step down after winning his 13th English Premier League title. Many Man United supporters all over the world are shocked by Ferguson's departure, which will signal the end of an era at the club. DW TV's Klaus Frankie has the rest of the story.
For more than a quarter of a century, he's been the man behind Manchester United. Now, Sir Alex Ferguson is calling it quits. In a statement, the 71-year-old said he'd thought hard and long about the decision and that it was the right time to go. Sir Alex took over Man U in 1986. Under his watch, it's become the most successful Premier League club in history. As well as tactical nous, he had an eye for true quality. He brought in greats like David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney. Last month, he secured his 13th league title with the Red Devils. He's also led them to 2 Champions League titles. Together with Barcelona and Real Madrid, Manchester United has become a household name the world over. There's now frantic speculation over who will take the reins at Old Trafford. Pundits say the current frontrunners are Everton's David Moyes or Jose Mourinho, currently at Real Madrid, or Dortmund trainer Jurgen Klopp. Whoever the next boss is, he'll be working in the shadow of one of the greatest managers the football world has ever seen.
Well, that's all in sports. Back to you, Fat Camera.
Well, thank you. You know, I didn't know he is this famous
He's
until
very famous.
today when every international channel is talking about him.
He's not only famous, but he's a great man.
You see, I didn't know that's what happens when you're not.
That's because you're not a football fan.
No, I'm not. Thank you very much, Fatu. And before we go, reminder of our headlines. Gambian legal minds are acquainting themselves with the provisions of the Madrid Agreement on the international registration of marks. The 6-year project has commissioned 7 sources of safe water in the lower and central river regions. The European Union's leading aid officials has urged the donor community to donate generously towards the reconstruction of Mali and the consolidation of gains made there. And after much haggling over the best way to end the long-running conflict in Syria, the U.S. and Russia have finally agreed that an international conference dedicated to finding a solution to the crisis is the best way out. That's all in this edition of the news. Thank you very much for your time. Inshallah, we'll be back here at 2200 hours with more news. Meanwhile, stay tuned and enjoy our programs.
Makka ngay jot rek maas ma namm ko. Seydina Muhammad Rasulullah ñol Makka yaa leen gën. Duggee nañu ci airport yi ñoom ñu nga wàcc Medina. Agsi nañu Medina siyaare ji nañu yonent bi julli nañu waxtu yi juróom. Waaye nag siyaare nañu Masjidul Quba siyaare nañu Qiblatayni dem nañu biiri Ali julli nañu ñaari rakka. ñu nga duggaat ca boose nag jëm Makka ñu nga naan. Àgg nañu Makka waaye nag nuyu ji nañu Kaaba war ko juróom-ñaar daw Safa ak Marwa juróom-ñaar dellu si wàcc kër yi. Seydina Muhammad Rasulullah ñol Makka yaa leen gën. ñu nga nañu Makka ñu nga jëm nag ñetti fani tabaski jot na ñu nga jëblu Minam fanaan nañu Minam endu nañu Minam waaye jóg nañ ca fajar dem Arafat yendu nañu Arafat ñu ngay fanaan Musdalifa xëyee nañ ca suba nag ñu nga utali Minam. Seydina Muhammad Rasulullah ñol Makka yaa leen gën. ba ñu agsee Minam daw nañu nag sànni jamra dellu si waat ñu nga duggaat ca boose utali Makka. Seydina Muhammad Rasulullah ñol Makka doo seen morom. pare nañu bagage yi nag dañ fas yéene ñibbi waaye ba ñu pare nag dem nañu nag dàggu ji Kaaba war ko juróom-ñaar daw Safa ak Marwa juróom-ñaar dellu si dal yi. Maas fa ñu agsee yàlla nee na seetal naa la sa bàkkaar yu njëkk yu mujj yoo xam ak yoo xamul te boo ci dee dem àjjana. xéewal gi ku ñu si mën a boole. xanaa gamsel mi fi jiitu mën fi. naka lañ siy bokkee. jëndal téeméeri dala si dugal sa mobile wax ci ba pare bokk ci fukk yi ñuy tànn ñu dem Makka wala Rome. waaw loolu kañ lay door nag. tàmbali nañ fii may wax ak yow door leen ndax ñun door nañu. cey gamsel. ku bëgg lu baax ñëwal gamsel.
asalaamaaleykum yéen ñi nga xam ne yéen a ngi seetaan Gambia Radio and Television Services man la seen xarit Maam Dieng borom bakku bi yéen da ngeen ko yëngal man ma di ko yëngal fii ci GRTS.
Hello, I'm Mudiwa, and I'm sure you've never heard about the weekly buzz before, but I will be buzzing into your homes every single week to bring you the latest buzz in town, only on GRTS.
Ngela mincham apalu alterima la mincham sen harit live sap connect GRTS.
Damane, kan mo am fit pour taxaw live? Reloma nga re ñepp dal di haatay. Man Abdoulaye Badji ci bir GRTS pare neen pour xam who's the Gambia's funniest comedian. Te so leen pare we gonna Gangnam Style.
Open Gangnam Style.